Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 6 of Europa Universalis IV, attempting the Irish Exodus. You'll have to excuse me today if I sound a little bit salty. It is because I had a power cut this morning and the resulting power surge when it came back in fried my PC speaker system. And I've spent the last 2 hours basically trying to diagnose it, fix it, checking all the fuses and then eventually gut all the wiring. And believe it or not, there's a lot of work involved in that when it's a 7.1 system. There's a lot of cabling to remove, not to mention you end up finding balls of dust that could choke a horse. So now that's over, the show must go on. I'm going to unpause the game straight away. One thing I am going to actually do here, oh, England is subsidising us again, that is very nice. Someone did point out, I'm not sure whether or not I actually managed to go and fix this, so let's check it anyway, but somebody did point out that I had set Leinster as a province of importance. So I'm going to untick that because then we should be able to maintain high relations with England. They do want our provinces, they desire Munster, and we also have some border fiction as well. I mean, obviously Munster is a vassal, they don't belong to us directly. Do we actually have that set as a province of... Yeah, it's automatically ours anyway, so it is green. So some people have been saying that I should run the game at speed 5. I'm already running it on speed 4. I can't really run the game on speed 5. Well, I can, but not while I'm recording. It seems to cause many issues. I'm going to keep trying to improve my relations with England. So basically we are playing the waiting game until we can get across to the new world. Now some people have suggested that maybe I should just play through to that point and edit it out. That is something that I might consider doing, but as it stands at the moment I'm just going to keep playing because we're not that far off from getting the ability to go and actually search for the new world, and because we're using the random new world we might actually discover it more quickly than we otherwise would, so we might actually come across it quite quickly. We can no longer claim that Munster would rightfully be part of our realm. I thought Munster was our vassal. Or have I missed something here? Royal marriage with Munster. Munster is a vassal, yeah. So I could just go ahead and integrate Munster. An advisor has died, which was our Diplo guy. I do want to keep a Diplo guy going. Diplomatic reputation could be useful. And the reason I want a Diplo guy is because we are sort of heading towards this Diplo tech. In fact, we can actually just go ahead and focus on Diplo. The moment we focus on Diplo... what happened here? Our monarch has died. Now, we're actually an earldom. We're not a kingdom. We do want that royal marriage from England. We'll also go ahead and get a royal marriage if we can over here. Oh no, we've still got the royal marriage with Munster, so they must have married us. So it's a good job really that I did just change to Diplo focus, otherwise we'd have been getting next to nothing at the moment because we've got a Regency Council, which is very unfortunate. Now we could automatically change to a kingdom. Yeah, we are a duchy. We could automatically change from an earldom to a kingdom if we actually had a... if we could form Ireland, but we'd need to control Leinster and Meath to do that, and that's probably not going to happen for quite some time. So we've lost our legitimacy. We've got next to no... well, we've got lost our stability, next to low legitimacy. Let's go ahead and bump up the stability. I always like it to be at least +1, because it does help to reduce the national unrest. Truce against Scotland. I don't think we're going to have to worry too much about that. My main concern at the moment is England, although no, they are pretty happy with me. They're pretty friendly. They could stab me in the back. I'm hoping that they do not do that. We'll recall our diplomat there. We could go ahead and start integrating Munster. I really don't see the point. We are going to have to give them away. Yeah, legitimacy is not good. We are going to have to give Munster away in any case when we move over to the new world. I mean, we'll still keep them as a vassal, but if we actually had their land, we'd have to give it away. Same with Ulster. I'm going to have to either release Ulster or give it to someone else. I'll probably just release them as a vassal, because I can always reintegrate them later on. And we can try and form island, even after we've moved to the New World. One thing that I did check earlier was the very wording of this particular thing, because what I was concerned was, does it actually move your capital to a specific province? And it doesn't say that it does. It says that you become a kingdom and you get increased centralization, but it doesn't say anything, and the country changes to island, but it doesn't say anything about it moving your capital. What I may be tempted to do, if we get the opportunity to do it, I may do a save just before. If forming the Irish nation doesn't move the capital, then we're golden. If forming the Irish nation does move the capital, we have a problem, because if it puts it back over here in Ireland, then that sort of undoes everything that we've done in trying to do the Irish Exodus. But it'd be nice to actually do the Irish Exodus as Ireland as opposed to Connaught, but you have to get to admin tech 10 in order to do that anyway, plus you have to hold all of the 5 provinces here, so that is going to take a little bit of a while. The good news is we are making money. We are also gaining diplomatic power. We need, I think it's 400 to take an idea. Let's just double check that. Yeah, it is 400, so it shouldn't take too long now before we have enough Diplo power to be able to grab that. As soon as we grab that, we are going to... Well, we actually need another 50. We need 450 Diplo, because we do need 50 Diplo to hire an admiral. Once we've done that, we will be using our ships. Speaking of ships, what is our force limit? 13 of 13. So we are going to have to use some of our trade fleet. We'll just take the little bit of admin power. We don't need an awful lot. We'll probably want to get a couple of colonies established in the New World before we actually move the capital. I wouldn't like to move over there and just have a single colony. The good thing is we can set up our first couple of colonies without it actually costing us anything in terms of admin points, because we'll get free cores until we move the capital over there. And there's the Christmas music again. So our truce has ended with Scotland. We have no mission. There is a mission to conquer Ayrshire. We could do that. Who was Scotland allied with? Scotland has been warned by England, but Scotland aren't actually allied with anyone. So I could go ahead here if I wanted to and actually conquer Ayrshire. There isn't an awful lot of point to doing that. And if we actually go ahead and have a look at England, or England actually have it as a province of strategic interest, which means they wouldn't necessarily be too upset if I took it from them. So we could go ahead and conquer Ayrshire. In fact, though, if the problem is if I do that, it will just end up slowing things down, because what will happen is we'll have to spend Diplo power to get the peace deal, and it's pretty much a waste of time. We are just a few months. Well, we're not making a great amount of Diplo power, but so what have we got here? Right, we've got some things to do with the different estates here. So we can either get +1 diplomatic relations, which we don't really need. Nobility gains loyalty, burghers lose loyalty. Or we can get 10% global trade power, where the nobility loses loyalty. Well, we're not too bothered about the manpower recovery speed. We've already got plenty of that. The burghers would gain loyalty and influence, which could be useful because we get better trade efficiency. Or the clergy, and that would give us monthly autonomy change. So we're going to go for this one. Get some extra global trade power. So we do have a lack of loyalty with the nobility. That's not a huge problem, though, because they don't actually have any real influence. But we've got some decent trade efficiency here. So, oh, look at that, 95% loyalty. You actually get yearly papal influence with them as well. So, yeah, there are disloyal factions. Estates with a loyalty level under 30% will result in a negative modifier for your country and unrest in provinces they control. Well, they don't actually control any provinces, so that really isn't a problem. They don't have any land. Does it cause a looming disaster? No, so I think we're okay. I don't have any land to give them anyway, really. I don't want to, you can't give... I only have 2 provinces, and you can't actually give them your... England would like us to transfer 45% of our trade power in all our shared trade nodes. Do you accept? Well, if I do that, they can't declare war on me, but I don't really have enough trade power to want to give it to them. So we'll not be doing that. They're not going to like me quite as much. So like I said, I've only got 2 provinces. You cannot give your capital province to an estate. So I've only got 1 province that I can actually give to anybody. So I don't know what exactly that's going to cause. We shouldn't get any national unrest because the nobility don't control any of the provinces. That we should be fine. Hopefully this Regency Council will bugger off soon, because that's quite annoying. Ah, we're actually getting minus 5% to our manpower recovery speed because of the negative. Well, that's fine. We're at full manpower anyway. So that doesn't really matter. When we get some more land, we'll be able to give some to them. So that's fine. Keep checking on the advisors. We've still got this guy. We're actually over the Diplo thing there. I hadn't even realised. So let's go ahead and find the trade fleet. We want to split off 3 of the lights. We're protecting trade in the North Sea. Let's go ahead and just split off 3 lights. And you guys are going to head back over here. And then the rest of you are going to continue to protect trade. And you're protecting trade in the North Sea, because that's where we have most of our trade power. So let's get you guys down here. There you are. We are going to get you a explorer. It's not actually bad. 111. And we now have missions and we want to explore towards the New World. So we want to have a look at the... let's go for the North Atlantic. Let's see what we find. I think we might go back and continue to try and improve relations. Oh, we don't have our royal marriage with England. Let's go and get that back. That puts us back up to 191. Not too sure how long these exploration missions are going to take. And even when we do find something, I don't know how long our... we're back. I don't know how long it will actually take us to colonize, because I don't know how far we can reach. Let's explore the coast of the North Atlantic. Ah, what have we actually got down here? This is Terra Incognita. Now, I'm not sure whether that's part of the New World or not. Catholicism gains 1 reform desire, or we can gain... Oh, I'm not bothered about the reform desire. We're not going to have too much of a care about what goes on in Europe after a while. You've docked in Munster. That's fine. Let's get... Well, free water, I suppose. We'll just see what we can find. Now then. It's no news to anybody that my geography is pretty crap. This actually is Azores, it is Portugal, so it doesn't belong to the New World. Well, it might belong to the New World, actually. Where is the button for this? It is geographical map mode. It is areas. No, it's part of Iberia, part of Europe. Okay. Obviously, I've just never noticed that before. I've said time and time again, my geography is terrible. But we're now exploring the free waters out here, so hopefully we will find something that we can use. We should be able to hopefully reach with our colonists, which is another reason why we're actually going to need to try and improve our sort of colonial range. We can do that through both diplomatic tech. Diplomatic tech improves your colonial range. The next improvement is at level 7, so we've got a little way to go to get that. There is an idea group for it as well. Now, the idea group is better because that'll increase our colonial range by 50%. So we definitely want to grab the next idea. That is more important than the tech, I think. I mean, the tech does improve us from 100 to 1 plus an extra 115. It's a significant increase, but at the same time, getting an extra 50% would be fantastic. So we've actually explored out as far as we can go there, and we've now had to return because we don't have another mission that we can do. We've obviously gone as far as we can. So let's go back to protecting trade in the North Sea there. Maybe we do conquer Ayrshire for the time being. Maybe it just gives us something to do. So let's go and have a look. Let's have a quick look at Scotland. Scotland aren't allied with anybody. I'm still in a Regency Council, though, which is the problem. While I'm in a Regency Council, I can't declare a war anyway. So there isn't really an awful lot of point in taking that. I've got a 3-4-1 air, though. So that's actually not bad. If we actually get the air in place, things might work out for us. Let's go ahead and improve relations with England. Let me go and take the risk in running the game in Speed 5, and hopefully it doesn't screw the recording up. Sometimes even Speed 4 screws the recording up a little bit, but I think we should be fine. We definitely need time to just tick on because we need to get out of this Regency Council. We also need to increase our sort of Diplotech. I think increasing the Diplotech is important, though, because not only is it going to actually increase our colonial range, but it will also increase the supply limit range for our ships. Lose 50 Diplo or lose 10 Prestige. Well, I'm going to take the Prestige hit right now. I'd really prefer not to do that, but at the same time, we are desperately trying to get up enough diplomatic power to take the idea groups and texts that we need. So let's hurry on up and get out of this Regency Council. We've been saving up a little bit of money. Let's keep our eye on England. England still aren't looking at that with any sort of high level of importance right now. Scotland have got quite small troops. I think we could defeat Scotland. I don't think that is a problem. Just can't do it while we have a Regency Council. We can take our military tech. We definitely should. That improves things for us quite a bit. We could also get cannons now as well. We are below our force limit. So let us go ahead and, well, we might as well go ahead and grab one cannon. I don't want to give England any of my trade power. I need my money. How are we doing in terms of our Regency Council? We're still only 11. This Regency Council is going to go on for a little while until April 83. So still a fair few years. The nobility is gaining some influence. So I think these the estates mechanic that they've added, I think it's interesting. But in some ways it can be useful, and some ways it can be a bit of a pain. I think it's designed more to sort of play this game of a balancing act. I'm not really sure how well it works with small nations and one province miners, because you can't really give too much of your land away when you don't have too much of your land to give. I mean, there's 3 estates, and I can only give a piece of land to one estate. Tellers of bronze cannons. Now then, do we want to grab... Well, that's probably admin tech. So we'll grab the admin tech. That should... No, it still doesn't put us ahead of time. We will grab the next colonial idea. Now, what do we have here? We have an option to pass the Heretico Comberendo Act because of our tech level, which gives national tax modifier, but it increases the Catholicism reform desire. Fine, I'll take more tax money. I'll have more ducats, please. Let's go and get our navy, and once again, let's just break off the 3 ships. I'm not sure whether or not we can actually reach any further. I'm thinking that maybe we actually have to wait until we've got some more supply reach. But the rest of you guys, you... Oh, no, okay, let's group them all up. We'll bring them back home because it's just a pain to get the actual admiral where you want him to go. Yep, we do have an exploration mission, so we are going to split off 3 ships. You guys are going to have the admiral, and you guys are going to go off and explore the free water. We're not bothered about Africa. You guys are going to go back to protecting trade. Will we find anything, is the question. Military leader has died. Our explorers died already. That's just typical. England has declared war on Scotland. They're going to try and subjugate them. So we won't be able. We'll lose that mission to try and take Ayrshire. They're going to get completely wrecked. Let's go and find our highly attritioned ship up here. And that's... Well, he is actually returning, so that's fine. But that's because we lost our explorer. Can't get another one yet. He didn't last very long, did he? He died quite quickly. Let's go ahead and get another one. 021. It's not great. And after all that, we can't actually go and explore anywhere. England want us to come to war with them against Scotland. Now, this is interesting. Before I accept that, let's have a look at a few things here. First of all, England. Yeah, England do now have claims on all of them. So, I was thinking maybe we could take that for ourselves. They've called us in. I'm just going to go ahead and slow the game down. I don't see any reason why not to accept. Let's also get you... Right, have you got... Oh, we haven't got the leader assigned to you. That's why you can't explore anywhere. Explore the free water again. Now, we're not at full manpower here. Sorry, we're not at full maintenance here. So we are going to have to sit around and wait. I will go over there and attack. I want to make sure that we can get safely across the water. We get some participation. We may get some money out of it, so it's worth doing. I don't actually have a general. I do have some admin power, actually. Let's just take one infantry. Actually, do we have a general at all? We do not. We do control this province, though, so let's go ahead and grab a general. He's not brilliant, but at least he has shock, I suppose. Now, we're over our number of military leaders, but that's okay. What else were we doing with our military points? We're actually quite ahead of time at the moment. So we'll allow things to tick on. We'll make sure that we get up to our sort of max morale. That's probably close enough. They're in farmlands there. Let's go in and engage them. Not quite at full morale. That may have been a mistake. But we do have a leader. We're in farmlands. We're equally matched on everything, but we have slightly better tactics. There we go. We have managed to... Well, we haven't completely decimated the English army, but we can probably stat wipe them here. Oh, no, they've actually ended the war. And they didn't take Ayrshire, which is weird. Unfortunately for me, though, I can't take it either, because I can't... I've now got a truce against Scotland. So, that's fine. We'll get rid of this leader. I know I've only just paid for him, but we are over our number of military leaders, so let's go ahead and get rid of you. And we will put our maintenance back down. Save the old, not fleet maintenance, army maintenance. We'll save the old ducats. Not making a lot of money here. So we've still got that mission to remove Scotland from the map, but now we have a fresh truce with them. We're not going to be able to do that. Let's go back up in speed again. We are still exploring the free waters. And hopefully very soon we are going to find land. Our legitimacy is just running away at the moment. National tax modifier or gain 4.9 ducats. I think we'll take the tax modifier. It's only for a year though. It might have been better to do the other way around, but we will see. We'll see what we get. Let's have a look over here. We are actually exploring a lot of the water, but we haven't found anything yet. Are we going to find any land over here? Who knows? Oh, great. We get quarantined influenza. We only have 2 provinces. It's just in Ulster. We'll quarantine the port, I suppose. It's going to be a bit of a problem, but only for a year. That ship should now return to port, because it should have finished its exploration mission. At least I think it has. There we go. It's finished exploring, and we do have another mission. And that's actually going to be the waters of West Africa. It's not greatly useful for us, but we might as well do it anyway. But I think that's a good point to end the video. We've started to explore the sea out in this direction. We do definitely need to get our Diplo tech up so that we can reach a little bit further. Hopefully we'll do that in the next video. We're probably nearly out of this Regency Council. Yeah, Regency Council will be over... in just a few months, and then we'll actually be able to get some decent Diplo power coming in, increase our tech, and hopefully reach a little bit further. The problem at the moment isn't our colonial range. The problem is actually our supply range, which is this... No, where is it? Where's our supply range? I was sure that it was part of this somewhere. Maybe I am incorrect. I'm sure it's the distance that your ships can reach. Maybe it's under trade range. Either way, we will keep leveling that up. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying EU4 with the Irish Exodus, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, goodbye for now.